I'm Adam Greenfader. I'm the chair of AG&T. We are real estate developers, and I'm going to be speaking at the upcoming CRIS conference. And one of the topics will be airlift and destination making. I think we've all run across some of the challenges that the Caribbean has in terms of flights to the Caribbean, pricing to islands that cost as much as flying to Paris, the inability to connect between one island that's 10-minute boat ride to another, but you have to fly through Miami to get to that island. Changes of pricing. Sometimes flights to go to certain islands are $300, and then the next week they're $900. So all of this really makes it difficult for developers and hotel owners to figure out, how do we get people to our project, and can we get people to our project? So I'll be speaking about some of the ideas and innovations. And I think today, when we're speaking with Jim, who's an expert in travel, he's going to share some thoughts about this, and I really hope that I can see you at the CRIS conference on April 22nd and 23rd.
Yeah, I'm Jim Swieter with Palm Star Travel, Palm Star Charters. I've been in the business for about 40 years, the Caribbean for about 30. Worked with a lot of the islands, a lot of the resorts, a lot of the governments. I'm trying to help, trying to be a conductor to increase air service to islands that were underserved by the major airlines out of their hubs, or whether it be, nonstop from other destinations.
Proverbial chicken and the egg. You kind of took on the what comes first, airlift or hotel rooms. You're in that whole battle. So tell me about it. So what does come first, airlift or hotel rooms?
What the airlines look at is number of hotel rooms on an island, and they'll add them all up, and they have their formula. And if you don't have enough rooms to support the number of seats that are coming in, they won't fly.
We were talking, if I'm a developer, want to do a 200 plus room hotel somewhere in the Caribbean, and my island doesn't have the kind of airlift that we need, what would you suggest that we do?
Basis. So it's a simple, workout plan of, what's it going to take seat wise, number of seats. Can I make it work on a Thursday, Sunday rotation to start? And where are the airfares going to be? In my opinion, come off the eastern seaboard out of the southeast. It's the shortest routes. It's your major markets to the Caribbean, and your highest probability of success will be those originating cities. And then two is working with, the marketing, making sure that you're getting people, the awareness is getting out there, to sell the product, to get the people on the plane.
The thing that you said that was really interesting. If I'm located in the Caribbean, and there's some destinations in the US that are closer than others, your suggestion is focus on the closer destinations, just all things being equal, because that will probably be where I can draw the easiest airlift. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's the highest populous areas are the East Coast and the Southeast to get people to the Caribbean. Therefore, it's going to be your cheaper airfares.
What can islands do to sweeten the pie for airlift to come?
Is, tax rebates at the airport on costs for the airline, rebates on taxes to the resorts, or outright, pitching in if there's a shortfall in revenue, whatever that is negotiated up front.
If I am on an island that's a two-stop island, right? Two-stop in a boat, really hard to get to from a flight perspective. Kind of what's your advice on some potential options and opportunities as the developer, hotel owner, that I can do to facilitate maybe private airlift or other type of access to the islands?
If it's a smaller off island where like boats go to now, but they have a small airport like St. Bart's, you can combination up like St. Martin, where the big planes go into, if you have some business there. And then you can have, there's a couple feeder airlines down there, Silver and, different people, Inter Caribbean, that I know very well and have worked for and helped consulting with them, that would look at putting in, feeder, routes.
Thinking kind of out of the box as a hotel developer, you're saying I want to attract a new market, I know that Europeans do come to my island. They should really like my resort. Maybe it's time for me as an owner to start to think out of the box, to look at how the Europeans come over to the United States, maybe connecting it with some other packages that already exist. I think that's really a brilliant idea and really makes a lot of sense.
All it takes is a little roundtable discussion to find out planning, what's the best airline, what's the approach, right out the gate, a year from now, where do we want to be? 3 years from now, where do we want to be? What's the other projects for the island? How many room nights do we have? And they got to be doing this to make the investment or to decide to build a resort in the first place. They got to be doing something.